I understand. No, the frame data, nair, button priority, it's all stuff that's like really annoying to deal with. And a character gets character like Roy can be kind of rough because you have weak hits and trading a noodle hit with like a strong hit is kind of rough. And that's probably another reason why he doesn't like DLC. Is a character like Joker, when he trades, like especially with Arsene, yeah, noodle hit versus Arsene Bear, you're not winning that outcome.
Yeah, it's basically the DLCs that have a comeback mechanic built into them that he's voiced his very strong opinion about. But yes, Wolf is just a bread and butter all around, very rounded, well-rounded character. So that's and he's a particular bane in this region as well. So that's why he particularly hates a non-DLC character like that. But going up against this DLC character, Mercury, going toe-to-toe with him pretty well. Only 5% separating all told, but the drag down, unfortunate. But off the cuff of that, one back air, relatively left or right, or dash attack no less, will even things right up, and he's quelling those angers of the DLC right about now. So more power to him, I guess.
This stage choice is interesting to me because I feel like it benefits both characters a ton, like and in different ways too. Where it's like having such a small stage benefits Roy's aggression a ton because he can cover a ton of the stage just through sheer burst range. But the other thing is that center platform, Joker turtling under it is incredibly strong. It gives him access to his kill confirms and drag down up air into up smash, stuff like that. Where it's just like stage control is such an important part of this stage in most, if not every matchup. And both these characters can do can snowball their advantage state so hard with it. Where I'm very interested to see where this goes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not overly surprised about this pick because, Juice does not like PS2. He doesn't like taking a lot of characters to it. It basically lets people have space to run away from them. And Merc's a player who's, is willing to do that. We're kind of seeing him, use the gun in A-High and, kind of space himself around Roy. So it makes sense that we do get this pick, but...
Campy Joker's messed up. I've been saying this.
Oh, no, that character's stupid. I think you over Campy Joker a little bit, admittedly. But, that character is still really good when he camps. And this is kind of one of the matchups where, you can kind of get away with it. Especially because, gun at close range, hits them back.
Yeah, both close range and far away off stage, it could really mitigate Roy's already limited recovery. So it's a definite uphill battle for Juice here. But basically the same situation as the first stock loss here. Now 2-1, but Mercury already pretty high up. He does have the Arsene to help him out just a little bit, but he might want a little bit more combo range instead of beefier hits. But still, Juice not finding any breathing room to get off a semi-decent, strong attack here.
Wow.
Pivot not making 1-1, and yeah, it is just rolling away for Juice right now.
Yeah, currently at over 100, and Juice isn't really able to get his footing. Once Mercury kind of got his opening, kind of started to run with it, and now that you have him at 106, it doesn't really matter what happens in the stock because you're almost guaranteed to get Arsene for your next stock and basically just have so much kill power on the table. Like we see Roy Bear.
This definitely isn't out of the question. If Juice can get a few neutral ones under his belt, get some stage control, he can definitely bring this back, but Merc is making it so hard on him.
Yeah, that's why we saw the faraway salt and pepper with the guns. But right now, Juice has closed that gap, and Roy is, he has a couple combos under his belt. So don't count him out just yet, like you guys said. Right now he does have the Rebellion's Gauge active right now. So that comeback mechanic that Juice is dreading will continue to plague his mind as Mercury snatches away that very, very close comeback of Juice's own, snatched away from him and making it Mercury 1-all here.
Yeah.
He's gone for that side B, I guess trying to catch a jump. He's gone for it a couple times now, and it hasn't worked out for him at all yet. And I kind of get why he's going for it, because if he does catch an option there, then that's probably a kill. But that was just such an all-or-nothing play. I don't really know if I agreed with that.
Yeah, Juice in general is one of the he likes short hop out of shield side B. He he does it against Cloud. I've talked to him about it. So he probably did call it an option. It's just the risk score's not really in your favor. If you hit that, I don't know if you're killing, and if he shields it, you get up smash, and that is what we saw. But everyone Cal's honestly kind of surprises me, but I can also kind of get it. You move out the center platform from Joker, which means if he camps, he has to camp on the side. And as Roy, if you can have your opponent cornered, things like Jab Bear are going to delete stocks. But I feel like it's also true in the other way of now when you're recovering, Joker can just rain down bullets on you, and you can't really, you can't go under a stage. You have to either push yourself back or just go right next to it, and that's going to be really good for Mercury.
And I agree. That's kind of why this stage pick confused me as well, because I feel like with the way that Juice has been playing where he's very much all about that aggression. He's giving Mercury the space to do that exact camping game we talked about earlier. And not only that, but he's giving him space to retreat to if he gets overwhelmed. While that is putting him in the corner where Roy is extremely strong, he's not really getting like guaranteed advantage off of it.
Exactly, yeah. You mentioned the aggression that Juice tends to turn the switch on very quickly. He took control of the match very, very early, and it just left Mercury either going through the skies because of his high damage, and he had nowhere to run to because it was on mid-stage. If he were retreating the ledge, all the things that Gelato was keying into would have resulted as well. And that's, you know, Juice now with one up, you know, one pick of the stage, and you know sometimes it's not just adaptation. If you stick to your guns, sometimes all it is a stage pick that just matches, rather not mirrors your play style, and it's working very, very effectively for him so far.
Yeah, now I feel like now that's like Mercury's turn to try to like make the damage up. That's where the struggle comes in, and oh my god, almost dying to that double-edged dance, barely living.
It's like the father videotaping the son just to see him lose at the baseball game. Arsene just came out to see him lose. But no, his dad cheered him on, and he got the stock in the end. So great little home run, and then we got that one on video for you there.
It's been a couple times now where Juice is really capitalizing hard on these tech chases on those side platforms. If he reads like a tech in place or a tech out, he is getting a kill off of that at egregious percents.
For sure.
I'm starting to kind of understand this stage pick now, because just the corner pressure, that platform, like, while it does give you another option to get out of the corner, Roy excels at covering that. The tech chase is like, if he's landing a nair or something on the center stage, that's a tech chase on that side platform. That side B is going to kill you at like 2%, unless you're teching in. And then at that point, it's just a matter of conditioning.
Yeah, because going to that platform is relatively telegraphed, so Juice has all the time in the world to throw in like an up tilt or even a bold up smash if he's looking to close out a stock. And the blast range of that up smash could certainly lend to Juice's favor more often than not. So great little key in on the ledge pick there. Ooh. And once again, another tilt coming clutch for Juice, and now Mercury on the back pedal here.
Yeah, that was a really bad stock for Mercury to lose at that time because you basically lost all your pressure with Arsene, so now you have to, tried for footstool Ganashiyama not being able to get it. Kind of lost any pressure you had, but it doesn't matter because he took his jump with F-tilt. And now we're an even game after. Juice kind of had the lead for a lot of the time. That's really good for you, especially now when you're coming up on your first Arsene of this last stock of game 2.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Juice's aggression. You have to really reel that in and not get too cavalier off that left-right side of the stage, especially in this situation where you're still in control here, but like you're thirsty for the kill to make it an even set count. But you really have to recognize where your character's caveats come into play. And right now he's playing a more mid-zone game in terms of stage location. So, and now he's even drawing him out there too. Yeah, yeah.
You're not having Arsene when honestly you probably need it the most, but I mean Mercury has shown that you can get this kill without Arsene. You're just gonna find a way to do it, primarily with his ledge trapping. His ledge trapping has been probably the strongest aspects really during this. I mean, honestly that's gonna go for both players where their ledge trapping has been so good and their ability to react with their opponents doing. That's kind of gonna be what their win cons are for each other. A little bit more so for Merc because of the kill percent he is at, but now seeing him getting ledge trapped by Roy, what's he gonna do?
Really trying to bait out some Rebels counter here, I think. Looking for it, but again, dash back and forth. Finally gets the Rebels guard up, and the Rebellion gauge is now full. And all those dreaded feelings coming in for Juice, but no, he silences those feelings, tells him to sit out at least for another round as he even things up here. Great job for Juice to make it 1-1 apiece.
I was just about to say, Juice is really swinging for that kill, or at least for an advantageous position, but like he's really swinging for it. And then Merc just goes to that F smash, it's like, oh, you're dead.
Yeah, I don't know why Merc went for it. I feel like, because when Merc has Arsene, he often plays, is willing to play a slower game. He also is willing to go for callouts, but I feel like some of those times it's not really worth it to go for. He probably also didn't think he would die because we hit down into barely getting that F-tilt hit because of where he is positioned, but...
So at this point, we have now seen both players drop a game to getting a little overzealous in a last hit scenario.
All right, I'm waiting for the F smash at 0%.
Yep. It's coming. Trust.
Who's it going to be from, though? That's the question. Both these characters pull it out.
I like FD because now
Nearly at 0, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Juice does do that. But I like the FD pick because it's going to make it easier to catch landings without the escape options. That also means there's no platform to patrol, but also no platform to escape to. But I feel like it's going to overall help Joker more.
If Merc can force those juggle situations, like, I feel like Roy's air drift is the gift that keeps on giving here, right? He's only going to have so many trajectories he can land, not really a lot of space to mix that up. And Joker, with his speed and as much range as he has, especially with Arsene, he can really cover that easily. If he can get Juice in the air, I think it's really going to be hard for him to get down. But right now, we're seeing Juice just keep piling on his advantage state. He's playing it so well, just his pressure with his movement and his buttons.
Yeah,
just getting so much mileage.
It's the aggression that we saw before, but it's a lot more calculated. Like, he's not pushing the advantage as far as to make his own position be dangerous. Great dancing blade there to take it out, but you know, it's a lot more reserved, a lot more recognition of when Mercury might overcommit. As we all know, Mercury in these long games, if he starts to feel the burn, if he starts to feel things not working, it's a little hard for that snowball to take effect in his mind to, you know, to stop that snowball and things tumbling out of range for him. So maybe Juice, you know, is starting to pick up on that, you know, letting Mercury overcommit on things, and again, simple down set off of that little stall out of the attack there. But with Arsene in the corner and with a counter that should
jump, I believe.
He does?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it will not
matter.
matter. Wow.
Yeah, like what he was saying, like the longer sets go on, and some Mercs will sometimes struggle to snowball. And I think because he starts tilting, I feel like it's kind of one of those where you can kind of tell he's starting to tilt. He's going for a lot more aggressive options, the F smash, the dash attacks. When, you know, early he'd be playing a lot more reserved, like going and nickel and diming for his damage. I feel like him not doing that is starting to cost him a little bit. And it seems to be kind of, I feel like, start reeling in like you talked about.
Seems still fresh in mind, though, at least for right now. So he is not as tilted as one would think, because it is still in his wheelhouse. And with Arsene, he might be able to climb back from this damage deficit. A whole 113 now separates them, but we'll see what he can do. Maybe a couple of pops with the Aegon. Bleed might assist from that. But right now, again, Juice just running away, letting Mercury just, you know, go full emboldened and just waiting for his moment to strike. He's just fully dictating the flow of the game right now.
On one hand, I understand like wanting to kind of camp out Arsene and let Merc kind of go on a wild goose chase with you, right? But I'm watching him give up stage completely and then run back in stage and go for these wild callouts.
True.
That I feel like that's something Merc's going to be able to pick up on. But
Yeah.
Juice, safe for now, finds way more extra credit with that Nair into F smash after taking the stock.
Yeah, Merc's about to hit his first % of his last stock, and honestly, it is looking a little bit rough, especially with the damage Juice is able to get on him right now. 71, and now you're basically in death %, especially if Juice is able to get one of his doubles dances that he's been getting very well to set. And Mercury once again going for another F smash. If you just aren't hit,
Yeah, he looks like he's kind of fed up.
yeah, you've got to tell with his gameplay when that happens. But getting that back air, but now you don't have Arsene, and this is kind of when you needed it the most.
Yeah, we did see Joker just wait and not choose an option as Juice was dashing in. So we're starting to see a little bit of that mirror of that reserved aggression coming in from Mercury's side. So, you know, taking a play out of Juice's book here, maybe he has some new life breathed into him. Trying to get Arsene called up at 50%. All right, I sort of agree with that.
He's playing safer now. He's doing a good job of kind of chipping Juice down. He's doing a good job of kind of getting nickel and diming him into neutral, but now he's back in disadvantage on this stock.
Ooh, now that he has Arsene, this could literally just straight up kill him depending if he plays this right, especially because Ledge Time has been so good. It just takes a one back air on the defensive option, calls off the spot dodge, catches it, and ends up taking that game 3. Last hit, Mercury, I feel like, sort of put the pieces together and kind of understood where his win card stood and making good use of his Rebel Guards to get Arsene when he did, so...
Yeah, I want to remark just how low that that last back air hit. Like, Juice was near